Well, she's been away for 3 years, but tomorrow night the feisty and formidable Mrs Mitchell will be charging back to Walford to help her son in his hour of need following Phil's car crash. A worried Peggy is rushed to his hospital bedside to try and get him back on his feet, do those exercises he needs to do to make him better.
And in true Peggy Mitchell style, she won't be pulling any punches. But before we talk to Barbara Windsor, let's look back at the Mitchell matriarch in action.
Oh, terrific.
It makes me that much stronger, makes me work a little bit. Makes me that much wiser.
I'd like to make a toast to Peggy and Frank.
Maybe learn a little bit faster.
He didn't love me, and he didn't love you. Oh, you disgust me. Get out! How many shots did you get in life? You! Take me head off. I'd like to see you try. Don't ever tell me what to do. You haven't got the nerve. Pat?
Yeah?
For a right old cow, you ain't so bad.
Thanks for making me.
Oh, she's here
It's
now.
a nice scenery,
Yeah, it's so lovely to
Well,
see
do you
that.
know, this is like a casting couch, this is.
It's been said.
And it's all down to you.
Really?
I hadn't have been so dramatic and said, about what we were talking about, EastEnders, but aren't you tempted? And I said, well, yes, I am. Oh, hello, EastEnders here.
So they called the next day?
Yes, because it was the first time I've ever gone, oh, yeah, you know.
So you showed that your resolve was weakening?
Yeah, I mean, I was weak, a weak moment. I mean, but of course I do love it so very, very much. And for 3 years since I've been in it, they do regularly phone. They do, bless them, and I thank them very much. But I got myself into this other life of not, you know, getting up early in the morning and learning, and I won't mention it. I got the advert, so it allowed me to do what I want to do, my lovely radio shows.
Yeah.
You know, so everything was going great.
Well, you came in here last time. If you missed it, I did ask Barbara if she was tempted to go back. This is what she said.
I am tempted, but Scott says you have to really think about it.
Because you can't
towards the end, I was so exhausted and not sleeping at night and waking up and looking at the script. It became too much part of my life.
So why did it change then? Why did your head change?
I don't know, it's always there. I'd be lying if it's not always there, because I love it. I love it. I love the camaraderie. I love it. I love, like we talked about theatre, love it going, hello, everybody, how are you? Oh, is she off? Oh, God, is that one late? I love all that, and I'm a nosy so-and-so, and I write, you know, I'm very hard on myself. You know, if they call me in at 6 o'clock in the morning, I get in at 5:30, then I go along knocking on all the doors and saying, everybody all right, da-da-da, you know, and getting my costume ready. I go and sign in. Nobody signs in. That's a very old way. I think, does June Brown sign? I don't think even June does, but you sign in. And when I went back recently to do that little episode, the guy, the ASM, came up to me and said, may I thank you, Miss Windsor, for making it so easy today. So I said, what? He said, well, you signed in. So I said, what? He said, why did you sign in? I said, because then you know I'm here.
Yeah.
You know.
That's the way it works.
No one's going to say, oh, she's not here or whatever. So it's all that. So I love all that. I love it. It's, you know.
Yeah.
So a part of this is to do with Phil tempting you back, but also the storyline had to be right. And
Yes,
that was
it did.
key. I mean, she had to come back for the right reasons, and there was probably...
It's timing.
It
was timing. You said that at the right time, and that was it, you know. But I was very nervous, and they said, well, we won't give you too much to do, because suddenly, lines, and yes, it was right that I go back to say, come on now, get your backside out of this hospital.
Well, that's the thing. When you sat down a moment ago, we said to you, it couldn't have been a better storyline.
No,
He's
that's
had
right,
his
yes,
terrible
yes,
accident.
yes.
He's now in the depths of depression.
Yes.
Won't do his exercises that will get him better. So the only person that could really give him the kick would be you.
And lovely Billy phones, and he says, you have to come back, you have to see, don't know what's wrong with him. So I do, and it's not me coming back going, oi, you, get out. They're very nicely written scenes, and just 5 scenes, but there's a wonderful scene at the very end.
Yes, no, we can't
don't
give anything away.
And I asked them, I said, could I possibly do this?
Yes.
And they very kindly said yes, but it comes at the very end.
So what we'll say is this is actually not just at the end, this is after the closing credits, isn't it? There is a don't turn it off then, because you'll miss what is an essential scene at the end.
We've got a clip, though, of tomorrow night.
Have you?
And this is your hospital scene.
Look
Are you
at me.
Are you nervous? Have you not
Are you
seen
kidding,
this?
darling? I haven't done it for bloody 3 3 years. And look at me. Look, just watch it. Gonna watch it.
Yes, there it is.
It's good. It's good, that, isn't it? You know that. It's good to feel like that.
Let's have a look.
Now, what have you gone and done to yourself this time, eh?
It's nothing. I just had a bit of an accident. But how did you know I was here? Billy?
Yeah, well, he rang yesterday in a right old flap. And before you go off on one, Phil, he was right. I'm your mother. And you should have told me right at the beginning.
What's the point, eh? I don't want you being worried, Mum.
You didn't want me fussing around more like. It's all right. Don't worry. I'm not stopping. I'm flying back tonight.
So great to see you back.
know,
Is there
that's
a mention
right.
of the fact that he set fire to the pub?
No. Oh, well, there is a line. He says, "Mum, I'm sorry." OK, let's not talk about it.
Oh, OK.
Oh, I
So
see.
there you go. So, but it's a gentle little scene. There's no shouting or anything, because he doesn't need that. You know, we did all that at times. So well, we'll just see now, won't we? Got a wonderful new governor who's gone in, so that'll be lovely. And he's going to... Because it's in a bit of a state, the show, at the moment. It's not getting there. We're third. Oh, dear. We've never been third ever, so needs working.
I mean, you've got a little taster for it now, having gone back for this bit. And like you said, it's 5 scenes. But do you think that maybe there could be more in the future?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. As I feel now,
Hang on, Phil,
I'm
be
so
careful
happy
what you
about
say.
it. Yeah, you know, I am. You know, I mean, but I have to think. I've got a whole load of. I'm on radio next year. Like, I've got all my Radio 2 stuff. Yeah, I've got a lot of that.
But they obviously fitted you in quite nicely here. It sort of slid in very nicely.
Yeah, it is nice. I mean, that was great. I mean, are they going to slip me in like that? No, I don't think they. That was just this episode, wasn't it?
So would you consider going back full time?
I don't know about full time. I don't know
Part-time?
about full time. Oh, maybe part time. Yep.
Will
That's
you
it.
stop? Are you secretly working for EastEnders?
Yeah.
I
yeah.
get 25% of this.
Yeah, he does. He does. But but I'm glad I said that on the couch, you know,
Yes.
and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And of course, I adore Steve and I adore Perry. We get on so, you know, it was almost like a love-in.
Was it?
Yeah, they very kindly gave me my favourite cameraman, my favourite director, all that. I wouldn't get that if I went back full time.
Do you have a favourite cameraman?
Well, it was, yes, John. Yes, there was John, and
trying to
then
pick
there
out
was
who it was,
Peter,
yeah.
the lighting man, and there was Anthony, the sound man. They were all, my little lovely dresser. Yeah, they was all there. It was wonderful. We had champagne, and can you imagine? It's not going to happen if I go back.
No, make it like that every time. So I'll only come back if this happens every time.
I think the sad thing is, for me, an icon, someone who is so important to that whole industry of continuing drama, should never be killed. There should always be an opportunity to bring them back.
Was a disgrace. We never understood it. I gathered, and she told me that she wanted to look with time off, you know, and next thing I know, she's phoning me up saying, "Can I come and see you?" And she's looked at me, her face with tears, and she went, "They're killing me off, Bar." I went, "What?" So she said, "They're killing me off." She said, "Well," I said, "Why?" But nobody knew why. Nobody. And by God, isn't she missed?
Yeah.
That's what's happened. You've got no matriarchal... Well, you've got one, I think, haven't you? Yeah. But no matriarchal figures, really.
So she didn't want to go.
And she was one of those characters. She could go with that family, this family, that, you know. She could go off, she could come back. Yeah. Sadly missed she is.
So she didn't want to go?
No. I hope she don't mind me saying that. Well, no. No. I think it was... Everybody knew she didn't want to go. It was a shock to her.
Yeah.
That's
incredibly
good
sad.
bird. She's a good bird. She's a good lady to have in a show like that too. Always knew her lines. Great. And she could play comedy, drama, everything. When she used to come on this show, I was so pleased.
I know.
We love her. We love her.
Big fan of hers.
You did mention it very briefly there, so I will point it out. You're on Radio 2. In the new year, you've got a whole series about East End characters.
Yeah, because, you know, like, but can you believe it? Not the gangsters. Hitchcock, Anthony Newley, people like that, you know, you'd be amazed at people... Max Bygraves, obviously, you see. So there's going to be half a dozen of those.
That's on Radio
and I've
2.
got another series of... they want to go into the Carry On people, but not just the laughs. They want to go in depth to the.
Oh, that would be
so I'm going to
brilliant.
do some of
listen.
those.
Yeah,
it's
me
good.
too.
I
Good
love
idea.
it. Oh, my mother will be thrilled. I tell you something. She'd be saying, "Babs, I told you those elocution lessons would come in handy." She would, because you know that she wanted me to be posh and all the rest of it, and she's got little me. Didn't she? Anyway, and I love that, and of course that's what spoilt me. No lines to learn. We write it and then we sit there and read it.
Yeah.
And you know, like with my advert, no lines, all up on an auto cue. It's been very easy. And then suddenly EastEnders, when I looked at the file, oh dear.
Well, we're loving having you back.
I know,
and
it's
fantastic
lovely to see
that
you as well.
you
You've
may
been
very
lovely.
well
And,
you may go
yeah.
back in
I feel-
whatever capacity.
I feel so much closer to you now because it's down here. Because when I walked away, I went, oh, I bet they get on now. Instead, they did.
It's tomorrow night is the episode. That's the one to watch. 8 p.m. on BBC One.
Okay.
And don't
lovely
forget to
see
watch
you.
it right till the very end
Yes,
as well.
yes, that's brilliant.
And thank you.
And lovely to see you, darling.
Thank you.
Lovely.
Thank
You know
you.
I love the show.
Thank
Thank you.